Good morning, Clark Middle School. I'm so happy to be here with you today. It is time for the best me with Mrs. V. Did you know that November is National Picture Book Month? I love picture books for many reasons, and I feel you're never too old to read a picture book. I love them because of the illustrations, the message they often have, and they remind me of when I read them as a kid, when I read them to my own children, and also reading them to my students over the years. In honor of Picture Book Month, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to use a picture book to introduce the SEL topic this month. This month we're going to discuss labels, stereotypes, and assumptions, and use our empathetic skills to understand how they impact our relationships with each other and our self-esteem. This picture book is perfect. The name of it is Red. It's written by Michael Hall. This story is about how sometimes people make judgments about us based on how we look on the outside, or what they see without getting really to know who we are and how we feel on the inside. As I read this story about Red, think about how labels, stereotypes, and assumptions can affect our self-esteem and limit ours and others' expectations. When we can be ourselves, really be who we are, even when we can't maybe fully yet express how we feel inside, we gain confidence to explore the possibilities and allow us to shine. So I'm going to read Michael Hall's Red. I encourage you to also, if you want, to look up this book in the library or online if you'd like to listen to it or look at it a little closer. Or you can always borrow my copy. He was red, but he wasn't very good at it. We have Olive Crayon over here saying, "Oh dear." His teacher thought he needed more practice. "I'll draw a red strawberry, then you draw a red strawberry. You can do this, really." The teacher's being very supportive and encouraging. But he couldn't, really. "Like this? Oh my, let's try again." His mother thought he needed to mix with other colors. "Why don't you two go out and draw a nice round orange? A really big one, a really orange one." So his friend Yellow Crayon is going to try to help him because red and yellow make orange. But they made a big greenish one. Ugh. Oops. His grandparents thought he wasn't warm enough. "Your class is making self-portraits for parents' night. Wear this warm red scarf." Nice, it's so you. His family's trying to be very supportive of him, try to help him out, give him some ideas. But it so wasn't. Oh dear me. As you can see, Red's self-portrait turned out blue. Everyone seemed to have something to say. Sometimes I wonder if he's really red at all. "Don't be silly, it says red on his label." He came that way from the factory. "Frankly, I don't think he's very bright." "Well, I think he's lazy." "Right, he's got to press harder." "Really apply himself." "Give him time, he'll catch on." "Of course he will." We had a lot of people being not very supportive, giving lots of advice and what they thought and what they're thinking about how he can be better at being red. But he didn't catch on. Green frog, black sheep, brown cow, red, Still having trouble. All the art supplies wanted to help. The masking tape thought he was broken inside. "This will help hold you together." The scissors thought his label was too tight. "One snip should do it." I thought he wasn't sharp enough. "Stay still now." So everyone has an opinion. Everyone's trying to help him what they think will help him become better at being red, who they think he is from his label on the outside. But even with all our help and all his hard work, he just couldn't get the hang of it. As you can tell, he's getting pretty frustrated. One day, he met a new friend, Barry. Will you make a blue ocean for my boat? I can't. I'm red. Will you try? So he did. Thank you. It's perfect. You're welcome. It was easy. And he didn't stop there. Blue bells, blue jeans, blue bird, blueberries, blue whale. I'm blue. He was blue. And everyone was talking. My son is brilliant. Who could have known he was blue? I always said he was blue. It was obvious. His blue ocean really lifted me. All of his work makes me happy. His blue strawberries are my favorites. He's so intense. I'm going to make a green lizard with him, a really big one. I hear he's working on a huge new project. He's really reaching for the sky. And he really was. So it was great to see all of those finally, once he discovered who he really was and was able to express that the sky was the limit. And he was able to really reach for the sky and follow who he was and be who he was, right? This is why I love picture books so much. Even though the story was about a red crayon, I think most of us could relate to feeling like someone has assumed who we are by how we look or how we seem on the outside. And just because someone has a particular color of skin, talks a different way than you do, has a certain hair color, is in a particular class at school, lives in a certain area of town, the clothes they have or don't have, or acts a particular way at school, doesn't necessarily mean you know if they are kind, thoughtful, honest, intelligent, a hard worker, artistic, musical, has a good sense of humor, is a good cook, or maybe volunteers their time. Labeling or making an assumption about who a person really is could prevent others from feeling comfortable to express themselves, and you could miss out on knowing a really awesome person. I hope you take the time to consider the misconceptions people have based on what they see on the outside, and get to know people based on their character, and support and accept people for who they are on the inside. Today, you'll get the opportunity to discuss labels and stereotypes so we can learn more about how to be accepting and inclusive. Thank you for being open to having honest discussions and going on this journey with me, to always challenge yourselves to learn and grow and strive to be the best you. I'm really proud of you. Have a great day, CMS.